We have the old type of hypnosis, which was like the very authoritarian model. And it's a bit like the model that we see on movies, where the hypnotist is someone who somehow has some magical powers. And the audience actually are led to believe that as a result of these magical powers, the hypnotist actually can get people to do things that they don't want. And of course, stage hypnotism very much really kind of factors into that narrative. It creates that illusion that somehow the hypnotist is someone special with special powers and special techniques, and they can do things to other people to make them quack like a duck, or even get involved in criminal activities. And that is something that Ericksonian hypnosis is definitely not. And yet, because of the use of hypnosis in modern media, and indeed in modern entertainment, very often, unfortunately, that is the type of model which is created. So very, very often when we actually use hypnosis, it's a very good idea not to mention the fact that you're using hypnosis, simply because of that distortion in the maps of individual people who come for help. You mention the word hypnosis, and you can get a knee-jerk reaction, which creates anxiety. And so for that reason, it's not good sometimes to use hypnosis until you've developed a good rapport. So that's the first model, and something that Ericksonian hypnosis definitely is not. The other model that's quite common, especially in psychology, is the traits model. And what that model says is that basically some people are more hypnotizable than others. In other words, they're more open to suggestion. And very often what the trait model will do, it will actually provide a series of exercises or questionnaires for an individual to fill out to ascertain how hypnotizable they are and how one goes about hypnotizing them. And so very often this model tends to actually look at hypnosis as a function of a person's personality. So for instance, one of the things we do know, we're quite certain of, is people who've used dissociation as a defense mechanism in childhood because of abuse or because of highly traumatic circumstances in their upbringing, tend to be good hypnotic subjects. Ideal state is when they're coaching. You ask someone, how is your coaching state or your therapist state different from your state when you're with your partner, or your state when you're actually negotiating a deal, or your state when you're out on a run? How is your coaching and therapeutic state different? And very often they won't know. They've actually got to go inside and do what we call that transderivational search, and go over the times when they have successfully coached before to answer that question. So formally, many people don't even know what their own resourceful state is.
But it's not only that. It's not only that. I think some people would even ask, why do I have to have a different state?
The reason you have to have a different state, and this is where 7C's, in terms of the various coaching modalities, it's transformational coaching. But also, it's interesting, I looked at a paper recently, the most popular part of coaching at the moment is business coaching.
Okay.
And I looked at all the other types of coaching, and there was one type of coaching called coaching for excellence. And that was like down towards the bottom with like life coaching and things like that.
Yeah.
And what struck me is, in fact, 7C's very much after NLP is actually about coaching for excellence. Now, to answer your question, if you're not already absolutely excellent in what you do, then the thing is you need to be someone else at that level of identity. Because not to pick too many bones about it, even though you're on the beginning of your journey and you may have fantastic aptitude and drive and you want to be the best in your field, the very fact that you're not means that lots of alterations need to happen in the structure of your subjective experience. And very often the most crucial part of what needs to change is your emotional state. And that's embedded deeply in your beliefs, in your values, and at the level of identity. And again, it comes back to, this is why so many people come back to coaches over and over again, because they try different behaviors, they try different language, they try going to different conferences, meeting different people, dressing in different ways, and somehow they don't actually get that magic change.
Wasn't that absolutely fantastic? I'm sure that you found a lot of information in this very short video you just saw, maybe like 4 or 5, 6 minutes, however long it was. But that is not all. You can have access to the entire presentation of this amazing speaker, plus 40 more other presentations and speakers, and you can have access for life. You can have access to the video recording, to the audio recording, to the swipe files, to the transcripts, to all of the bonuses and the special gifts that all of the speakers and presenters and also the organizers are offering in the Premium Pass package. So if you like this, if you want more, make sure to sign up below for the Premium Pass and have lifetime access to everything. I'm sure it'll be one of the best investments you've ever made in your life, in yourself, in your practice, in your health, and also with working with clients. So go ahead, click on the button below, sign up for the Premium Pass, and we'll see you on the other side.